Hello. Hi. Right. Hello. Hi, Homegrown Club. We'll just wait a little bit before we start. Thank you so much for coming. How's everybody? Is everybody enjoying a relaxing Sunday? So yesterday was really the first day since the social distancing restriction that I literally went out to the park and have a proper workout and exercise and just doing nothing outside. Yeah, it feels so good. I haven't really been working out at all for a long time and I so miss it. My body is crying for it. My trousers are getting tighter. I just feel like, I don't know, like an inflated balloon. Yes. Right, thank you so much everyone for coming. So I'll just tell you a little bit more about myself. My name is Ada. I'm a red carpet facialist and acupuncturist. So I combine traditional Chinese medicine with aesthetics to work in my clinic. I am trained in aromatherapy, facial therapy, and also traditional Chinese medicine. And the reason why I combine them together is that from where I am being brought up with, I was brought up with my grandfather who owns a pharmacy in Macau, a little island next to Hong Kong. I'm from Hong Kong personally. And I've seen him combining Western medicine with Chinese medicine in his pharmacy since I grew up. So I guess that's ingrained in me that I feel skin is always a reflection of what's happening within our internal well-being. So this is what I want to really do in my clinic, so I combine them. And I'm also the founder of a skincare range called 001 Skincare London. And with these products, with the whole range of products, I also want to try and do beauty from within. Treating from within is very important. That's why we've got tools and we've also got products that complement each other. Yeah, so today I am going to give a Gua Sha masterclass. Gua Sha is one thing that I've been using in my practice since I started, which is over 15 years ago. But actually, I've been enjoying the benefit of it since I was super young. Oh, thank you so much. I've got very good lighting today as well, so the skin, that really helps with the skin. But yes, I do take care of my skin. I'm not very good at makeup, but then I spend time in massaging when I put on skincare products. So I think that has actually helped. And SPF as well. I've been SPF is my religion since I'm 12 years old. So yeah, that's very important. Anyway, that's sidetracked. So Gua Sha, I've grown up with it since a very, very young age. We use it, our family use it in either our well-being or with, for beautifying purposes. I remember when I was a child, when we were coming up with a cold, me and my cousins, because we will be living together in my grandmother's house. So if one catch a cold, everybody would catch the cold. So then our grandmother would be grating some ginger, adding some oil, and then she'll be using Gua Sha tool to be gua. Gua is grape, means guaing the lymphatic drainage system. So then obviously this is not a medical, I don't think this is a medical advice, but it has really worked. It's a an ancient remedy that has worked. Gua Sha is a very important part within traditional Chinese medicine. Gua means scrape. Sha is actually the sand, so it's the redness that comes out of scraping. That's called gua sha. The sha, the sand, the redness. So basically, these redness are things that might have been blocking the whole flow of qi, or it is just something that needs to be loosened for it to be taken out of the body to encourage a better flow of qi and blood circulation. So yeah, so I'm just going to go straight into the class. I hope you have got some Gua Sha tool with you. If not, take a spoon, and then some facial serum as well, oil-based ones. So very quickly about Gua Sha tool, these are the ones that I have. Like in my clinic, I use around 6 different types, but it's too complicated to ask everybody to have a whole collection of them. So these are the tools that I find the shape most versatile for you to do large surface of face work, neck, décolletage, and also well-being, which is head, back of head, shoulders, thighs, calves, etc., etc. So this is number 3, model number 3. We call them the microSculptors, the 3 slopes. And I have got a lot of questions on why my Gua Sha tools are so big. I'm just going to compare these two. So this is my Gua Sha tool, and this is what you usually see, you all usually see on the market. So reason why I make my Gua Sha tool larger is that it's more ergonomic for the hands. So when we do Gua Sha, we try to hold it like this. So you get a very firm grip, and you can manipulate your muscle, your fascia, connective tissues much better. There are places where you need to use more strength, but there are places where you will just need to, use very soft strength. Where and also with the butte, if you can look at it, this is made of bian stone, which is a traditional Chinese stone for medicinal purpose. In very, 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 very old days, they even used these stones to make acupuncture needles. So the weight of this, bian stone has a very dense mineral structure, so it's very heavy. It feels very substantial, meaning that if it's also very ergonomic, you use less strength to be penetrating deeper into the muscle to achieve more deep tissue massage effect. And then also, last thing to consider is how they are crafted. So each one of these are crafted by hand, but then on the edges, you'll be able to see it's slanted from the middle very to the end, so it's quite sharp. So when we do places like the cheekbone, when we want to lift our cheekbone, we can go really deep and lift through the fascia, the muscle, and then under the bone. So you can see a line actually. But with something like this, where it's great, I think it's a great little tool. But then when it comes to high performance clinical, like if it is a tool that I want to use in my clinics for my celebrity clients that they need results straight away, because I will be doing the facial and then handing them to the makeup artist. So sculpting, lifting, taking out puffiness, these kind of edges works better, I feel, than the round and blunt ones. A lot of materials. These one they call they are jade, but this doesn't look like jade to me, but that's another issue, another half an hour to explain. Anyway, so let's start. So I'm going to start today's facial. I'll be doing the signature lifting and sculpting facial. So I'll be doing one side, and you'll be able to see the difference from both. Now I'll be using 2 face serum, 1 face serum, 1 of each. But then this is vitamin F Sebum Detox Concentrate. This is vitamin A Repair and Regrow. So both of them are made of very, very light oil, non-comedogenic. They don't actually block the pores. Today I'll use vitamin F Sebum Detox. So if you've got a facial face oil, start applying. So these oils are blended based on Chinese medicine principle as well, because in Chinese medicine, all ingredients have their own nature. And with the vitamin F that tackles sebum and detox, they've got ingredients that have cooling nature, including watermelon, fir needle, but then the base of both has got squalane and vitamin E in it as well. Juniper berry, very, very legendary for depuffing, for detoxing, helping lymphatic drainage massage. So this massage is a combination of 3 techniques: Chinese meridian stimulation, and then also lymphatic drainage, and then also a muscle manipulation that we call cross friction massage. Okay, so first thing we'll do, starting from the middle, I'll do this side first. Okay. You can anchor your hand with it while you do it, or you can choose not to, because with this tool, it's strong enough to lift everything, so you don't need to anchor. But if you've got a smaller tool, or if you're using a spoon, you can anchor it. So first we go up, and then just massage in front of the ears, back of ears, and then drain it down to the collarbone. Okay, so we can do these 5 times, back of ears. I know you might have a lot of questions. Save it, and there will be a Q&A time where I'll be able to, answer your question on specific face concerns, or even well-being. If you've got, stressed mind, you can't sleep, can we actually use Gua Sha to help? Yes, definitely. So that's the 4th time. Now we're actually moving a lot of the lymphatic nodes that are under our chin, and here in front, lymphatic drainage, lymphatic toxins collection here, but it's also the meridian that we call triple burner. So triple burner governs our nervous system, so it helps relax the whole body. Okay, and then second, we work on this area. So next to your mouth, just lift up to the front of ears. There are different types of literature and YouTube that talks about different angles on using Gua Sha tools. So there are brands that talks about using it almost flat. If you feel it's comfortable for you, you can do that as well. It's still a lifting motion, but with me, because we want to do a very, very deep manipulation, so I am keeping them 90 degrees. Okay, last time. Okay, now then what we want to work on is the 3rd step, is to work on our masseter, the chew muscle. So you'll be able to feel your chew muscle here. It's the strongest muscle in our body. You chew, you break almonds with it, tear like beef fibers with it. It's a very small muscle if you compare it to your thighs, but it's stronger than your thigh. So what's happening is you usually accumulate a lot of tension in this muscle. So what you can do is to go quite deep in it, and then just massage it. Massage, try to feel the muscle. Massage around it, massage on it. And if you're using something like this, you might want to use the tip, because you don't have this surface area, so you can use one of the tips to go in and massage. Yeah, so I can use the tip here as well. So using the tip would give a more precision, but it might be lesser strength. So you want to have a combination of both. So what I have been doing is I've been using this side to move the whole area, and then use the tips to go around it. So if you can't feel it, just open your mouth and you'll be able to feel the whole muscle and also the junction where it opens and closes. So you can also go to where it opens and closes. When you open, it will dimpen. That's where you can also massage. So now when we're massaging, we're releasing a lot of the exits from the tired muscles. And also when the exits are released, toxins can be flushed away and the muscle can also be relaxed. Okay, now we push everything down. Okay, that's done. And then you can see it's slightly red, but not to worry. That's actually just blood has been flushed into the area. We talk about gua sha, scraping sand, the sha is the redness, but don't worry, the face, you won't get sha very easily, not as easier as the body, so that's not a problem. And then now we go on to working on our cheekbone. So we've loosened this. So now what we want to do is to just keep it close to your nose, and if you've got a nasolabial line here, you can also lift it from there and then go under your cheekbone and lift it. Lift it all along. So we do this 5 times. Side, lift, go in. So you would be able to feel that there are some tendons, connective tissues just all along the bone, and that's what you want to manipulate. Okay, so now I've been using this side, and I'll be using this side where it is actually sharper. So here I have been using quite a lot of strength to lift it. Now I want to really sculpt it, so I'll be using the sharper side. So I will go really deep in there. Using a sharper edge, you would really be able to feel the difference from a more blunt edge. Okay. Okay, that's that. Slightly red, that's okay. And then we'll work on this area. So we're working from the bottom to the top, okay? So now here, next to the nose, we'll just be moving everything to the temple, lifting. So people who have got dark circles and also like eye bags, puffiness under the eyes, this is a very good area to work on, which we'll be doing more precise work with this one afterwards. This is more like just a warm-up for that. And as you're doing this, instead of just doing this, you can also go, you can move back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This motion also helps with people who have got enlarged pores, where there are just very stubborn, like myself, I've actually got some enlarged pores around here, T-zones. So it's great because back and forth, you will be mildly exfoliating the skin, but also you'll also be loosening all the stubborn sebum surrounding the pores. So when you cleanse it, it's actually better to be taken out. I always like to do this and then do a clarifying mask or peel afterwards in these areas. Okay, now that's done. And then just very quickly, we'll be doing lifting on our forehead. So lift, press on the hairline, lift, hairline, lift, hairline, lift, hairline. Okay, so that's that. Now, if you just look at my two faces, one side, this side, and this side. So here you see the jawline is sculpted, and this is almost like I've actually put on a bronzer here. While this side, you'll be able to see this pouch here, and I don't have that pouch here. So that's the first thing to look at. Now, second is when I smile, you can see a lot of extra flat fats here, and this is very sculpted, and the cheekbone as well. This is wider than this side. It's very prominent, I would say, on this area for me. And when I smile, you can really see that this side is higher than this side as well. Okay, so that's just a few minutes, so you can definitely do it. And it's not something that's very difficult. And you know, we are always here. You can always DM me at ada.ooi to ask me if you're doing something right or wrong, or products, recommendation, etc., etc. Now we are going to then use model number 1 to do some very precise work on the eyes. So it's very important in, I would say, a treatment that we focus a lot on the eye, because what I think, a facial, it's not just about, you know, lifting and getting the skin beautiful. It's also about releasing all the tensions that's around the face to make you feel it's a feeling that you are brighter, clearer, and gives you the confidence, and also anything that is chronic tension needs to be, you know, taken away. So this is not magic, but it can be done. With this, what we want to do is we really want to release all the tension around here, around the forehead, and around our eyes. We can also release tensions around our lips as well, especially people who have got nasolabial fold and Mariette lines here. But I'll focus on the eyes first. And if anyone has a question and wants to see this area, we can do that later as well, okay? So first thing, very easy, this number 1, the pick, the idea of it is actually we use it for a Chinese methods, massage methods that's called tendon picking. It sounds very scary, but then it's not. It's basically just crossing the muscles and crossing the tendons it's almost like distracting them from the usual tensed positions. So first thing, we'll just warm up across. So now we're bringing blood to the skin surface, just warming it up. Closing your eyes, just warm up the eyes. Feels very good. Okay, that's easy. Now, first thing we want to do, now we're going to do from top to bottom, because if we loosen this big piece of skin on top, you'd be able to loosen the tensions around the eyes much easier. But if we're doing the eyes first, without releasing the tension on this one, it will feel that even you've done the eyes, it's not complete. So I'd like to do from top to here. Okay, so first thing, very simple, taking the tip. If you've got a spoon, take the tip of it, just do zigzag, and then stop at the hairline, press. Okay, so when you're doing this, you might feel a zap at the back of your skull, because there are a lot of reflexive, it's really zapping me. There are lots of reflexive meridian points. What's happening today? It's really, really stimulating today. Okay, so there are a lot of reflexive points from the face to the skull, and our skull has a lot of nervous starting point of our nervous system as well. So that's why you get a lot of stimulations. So you can do this 3 to 5 times. I'll just do 3 times. Okay. And then now we work on the eyebrow. So first we work on here. So when we frown, look, there are 3 pieces of muscle. One here, one in the middle, another here. So what we want to do is now to work on the first muscle, this one. Okay, I'm just frowning so I show you. This is what I mean by 脖筋, which is cross friction massage. So the muscle goes like this, I go horizontal. Okay, so I'm just going to relax it, and then I'll just go back and forth, and then you can go on top of your brows. So you can also stretch it so you can get deeper. You'll be very surprised if you've got a line here, like the 11 lines, for example, 1 here. After this massage, you might not get rid of it, but it might look less prominent. So stretch it and then go over that line, that muscle, and then go along the eyebrows once more. Okay, that's done. And then under the eyebrow. So under the eyebrow, there is a bit tendon just between the eyebrow and the nose bridge. I want you to stretch it and then go over it. And then under, go very close under your eyebrow. Okay, you can be using this, or you can be using, if you've got something like this, you can be using the tip of here just to go over it. Yeah, it feels very similar, but this is just more precise, and you'll be working on smaller parts. Okay, now you can just do some stroking motion on top and above, and then using this to lift. Now we're sculpting, so we've done all the work. What we want to do now is to sculpt on how we want it to look. Okay, so we want the eyebrows to be lifted, and then we just drain everything. Okay, now then we want to work on eye bags and dark circles. What we want to do is to open this area and then just do some cross friction 脖筋 between the nose bridge and the inner corner of your eyes. So I'm very lucky. I don't have much, dark circles or eye bags. But if you have dark circles around here, after just a few movements, you'd be able to see the difference. So if you have got purplish green and purple color, it might actually turn red instead of staying in purple, because blood would be rushing to the area. The key is just to stretch it and to just go over it. Okay, I do this with a lot of my clients. If you're of Indian origin, you have got brown and darker colors around here, and if you're Caucasian, then you have green or purple kind of veins around here. The anatomy is very important as well, because people with these origins would have taller nose bridge, and the inner corner of the eyes are actually closer, so you have more blood stagnated around this area. Instead of me, for example, it's relatively wide. So what you need to do is really just to loosen everything. And then you go under the eyes. So this is when you have got eye bags, you work on this. So this is your eyeball, and you don't touch here, okay? Eyeball, and this is all the jelly that goes around it. This is not you will massage. You'll be massaging along the orbital bone that's containing these things in there, okay? So it's around here. So what you want to do is just to go around it, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, and then using the spoon side, I'll just gently do this. Okay? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then I will stop at the temple. Okay, and then we can do drainage. Drainage, we go from backwards to, from outer corner to inner corner. Come up. Okay. Lift. Come in. And then we use the tip. Lift. Okay. And then we lift the whole side. So you can see, the most prominent thing that you can see is the color on my eyebrows are gone, but what you can see is the puffiness of my eyes. So this side, less puffy than this side, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, so that's one side. And then what we want to do is, then we want to just comfort the whole face. Put it all back in place on where you want it to be. And then drain everything. Stimulate it. And that's it. That's one side done. Have you got any question? Anyone has got any question or want to see anything specific? Okay. Okay, we'll do the other side as well very quickly. This is like a routine. I'll be doing it like a routine so you can follow without talking too much and telling you how to do it, so you can just follow it. So I will be putting some Phoebe. Yeah, it's just a few things that you can do by yourself that can achieve very good results. Is anyone following, actually having Gua Sha tool and following the protocols together? Okay. Now, starting from the middle, what we do, up, front of ears, come down, 2, 5 times, okay? 3. So I've actually put on my vitamin F Sebum Detox Concentrate. It helps with regulating the sebum, and juniper berry that would help depuff, and then also squalane that would really help with pigmentation and being an antioxidant as well, help with environmental damage. Yeah. Yes, you can buy them on 001skincare.com. Minutes London is something you build into your daily routine. Yes, definitely. You can do it as a daily routine, but you can also do it as a treatment. So if you're doing it as a daily routine, I would say you cleanse, tone, and then put the facial oil, the face serum, and then do the massage. And then you can either keep the oil on, you can wipe it off, and then put on your water-based tone first, tone again, and then water-based serum, and then moisturizer. Yes, Sarah, definitely. Follow tomorrow. Okay, now third thing, the chew muscle, the masseter. So now I'm going quite deep to just stimulate the area. And then now I'm going precise with this small tip. You will feel very different when you use different sides to massage it. And then I open my mouth, find the dim area, and then just massage the socket point. Ooh, this side hurts. Some of my clients have been emailing me a lot to talk about their, I think it's change, you know, it's not necessarily anxiety or stress, but change is something that our brain doesn't really like. So unfortunately, there are some consequence of it, which is then someone might be grinding when they sleep, leading to when they wake up, they get a headache. So this is very good for you to release it and then drain it. And then if you've got a headache, now I'm just adding in something. So you can do this and then do the back of your scalp, just going in. And then also do a lot of this area, back of your neck, because that's where we accumulate a lot of wind, a lot of coldness, that can also be, that can make you weak and also give you a headache very easily. Okay, so that's that. And then we do this area. Look at my chubby cheek. Okay, need to lift it. So now I use this side first. Go in a little bit. And now you're manipulating and really lifting the area. Okay. It's so good, like if doing routines like this, I always like to put on, I have a playlist called Face Rhythm. It's so good that I would just like open, you know, that music, and then I will do it along with the rhythm of it. I like it very much. It feels very, I don't know, wholesome, and for me it's a real relaxation. Of course, if someone is doing it for you, that's better. But these tools, what I like about using Gua Sha is that it still involves hands. It's not just electrical cold piece of metal. So you can really still get the endorphin release from the massage, just like when you're being held by people when you are a baby. So okay, that's that. That's a really big difference. Okay, and then here, lift. Okay, and then just gradual, just to simulate. Okay, eyes. So we'll do stimulation here. Okay, and then just in inner corner of your brow, this piece of muscle, and then above the brows. Thanks, Brenda. Yeah, do it. It's a great morning ritual, I think, to wake up, especially the eyes. Sometimes if I don't have the time to do all, I will be doing this part and then go straight to the eyes. A quick lift of the chin, and then the eyes, the forehead and the eyes. Okay, just in between here. And then under. And then back and forth, back and forth. Okay. Drain. from the back, front, lift, and comfort. Lift. Feels so good. So hard to stop. Okay. And then what we want to do is just to put everything in place where we want them to be. Okay. Then this is how I usually finish with, is using the Cryo Press. So now you've actually done a lot of very stimulating movements. Then I'll be using the Cryo Press, which is a very cold tool that I put in the freezer. When you take it out, it will be around -8 or -10 degrees Celsius, depending on your fridge. It can withstand -24 as well. I've got clients in the States who is actually putting in her -24 industrial freezer. But it works, okay? So what I'll then do is put on a water-based serum. You can either wipe whatever that's on your face first, or you can put on another serum straight away. So this is our Alpha Glow Flash Facial Serum. I designed it for everybody. So 9 actives that targets the 4 main aging concerns that I've identified, from hormonal aging and also environmental damage. So loss of moisture, wrinkles, pigmentation, and sensitivity. Okay. Then this very cold thing goes on top and it feels so good. So I'll do the same thing as what I've done just now. So chin down, this piece of flesh down, cheekbone, and go over your eyes. I might look like a panda afterwards, but it's okay. So with this, this extreme coldness, what it does is that it stimulates the blood circulation. Your nerve in your skin would be telling your brain that this is far too cold. You need to do something. Then the brain would be sending blood to the skin. And then more blood means more oxygen, more nutrients, and also flush away all the toxins. So the puffing and also like dark circles, pigmentations, this is very good. And because it's so cold, it's also very good for firming. Other benefits, obviously, because it's so cold, you can also use it to relax your tense muscle around your neck, around your shoulders. And if you've got a headache, it's very good. I've also got a lot of clients after their daily run, they will actually use it to roll over. They will do their face and then, you know, it's still very cold, because this cold can be sustained to 30 to 45 minutes depending on your ambience temperature. So then there will be a lot of time left after this whole facial massage. Then they use it on the calf as well. So it feels very good to relax everything. This is called the Cryo Press. So it's inspired by professional cryotherapy. Okay, I have to stop. Okay, so that's that. And then what I'll usually do, then I'll put on a moisturizer, and then that's it. Yeah, so yes, it's called Cryo Press. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Any question? Is there any specific, you know, area you want to work on? Let's see. Thank you. So my IG is at ada.ooi. Okay, frown lines, good. How often do you go this routine? This routine, you can do it either daily during your serum phase, or you can do weekly, once or twice a week. It's it really depends on your schedule. The foundation of good skin for me is blood circulation. So this is a any chance that you can boost your blood circulation and bring blood flow to the surface of the skin is good. So if you want to do it, you know, every day, do it. Because if you think about our heart, so it pumps once, all the blood just goes around the body. But actually not a lot comes to the surface of the skin. That's why we get a lot of issues with it. With gravity, it doesn't help. With the UV, it doesn't help. Heating, pollution, doesn't help. So yeah, do as much as you can to help it. Can you recommend a good toner besides the one of 001 Skincare London? On top of my head, I can't, but there are some key ingredients you can look for. Hyaluronic acid, any brightening antioxidants would be great. Vitamin C, vitamin E, niacinamide. But the first thing I'll be looking for is hydrating molecules, hyaluronic acid or any flow water, etc., etc. Someone asked frown lines. So frown lines, very quick. You know, we've actually done this just now. So what we'll incorporate is stretching. So you find your frown lines, and then what you can do is you can anchor your hands on two sides, but relaxing your shoulders and stretch it. Really, really go on top of it and stretch. Stretch is the first thing. Second is you open it and then press next to it. Okay, so stretch, press, circles, stretch, 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 and tapping. So bringing all the blood to the area, and then you incorporate what we did just now, frown lines with this. Or you want to go deeper, then you can use the sharper edges. This is quite sharp. So what you want to do is stretch it and then just go all along it. And last, to end with something that I'm actually building up intensity. The most intense level is what I want to try and mimic what I do in the clinic for frown lines. In the clinic, I'll do with this technique called surrounding the dragons, meaning that if the frown line is that long, I'll be putting crisscross needles, very small needles, all along. So even with just a frown line like this, you can have like 30 little needles that goes back and forth. Okay, so but you can't actually do it at home. So use this sharp tip and just to press, 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 and you can keep the pressure for quite a while, and just do that, and then tapping, just tap it. There are many types of tapping. I've actually got another video that talks about different types of tapping. If you loosen your wrist, your tapping would be the most, I would say, most powerful and most efficient. Yeah. Okay. Can you still use the HH discount code to buy more product? Yes. Let me check afterwards. I'll switch it on back on. I think there was a an expiry date on it, but yeah, I'll check with the web team. Definitely it's 001 Skincare 20, I think. Yes. What would you do with wrinkles under the eyes? Products is very important. Definitely find products that have got hyaluronic acid peptides work with the brain to tell the brain that you need to relax these muscles, pump collagen, pump blood to the area. But again, what you want to do with lines, again, stretch. What I'll do is stretch after you put on the serum, and then using the spoon side, go all across it. Right, stretch it. This might get slightly red. Afterwards, you'll be able to see this area. I can get very red, as with many people, because it's quite close to the bone. Okay, and then first thing, and then second, you go with this. Do circles all around it, and then press like I'm doing, like you're doing acupuncture, puncturing some needles in it. So that can definitely help. Again, these are all the methods that you bring blood to the area. So today I have got some running nose. Maybe it's just an allergy or something. What about a saggy neck? There are some lines on my neck from a very young age. They're habitual lines, but I know that they're also starting to sag. So we need to know our limits, what we can do, what we can't do. Definitely saggy neck is something that if you go for a filler or a Botox might work better, because that's a very, very large piece of very loose skin. But there are things that we can do as well. Again, what we really want to do, I will always start with hands. So you put on, I will start with a water-based serum, and then I will just stretch it. Okay, I want to show you how. So these are my lines. So what I'll do is I'll just stretch it. While I'm actually stretching, I'm also stimulating a lot of the lymphatic nodes all around. So you'll be stretching to your chin area. So stretch, 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 and then drain. And then what you want to do is have all these to just, this is real gua sha. So gua sha is scraping sand. It's basically pumping blood to the surface. It will get quite red. So the face, you won't get red, but from your neck, you will get quite red to the shoulders. Yeah. Okay. So that you're pumping blood to the area. Another thing you want to do is you really want to work on your chin as well, because that's how it sets. This is all the weight from here that is dragging your neck. So what you want to do is, because it gives you more strength, so what you want to do is go here and then go quite close to the jawbone and just go back and forth, just to almost break down the knots that are there. So you want to break them down before you want to sculpt it. So that's what I will do. Small, back and forth, and then you go with one line. Okay? Intensify it using this side. So you want to scrape from halfway of your neck to here, and then go zigzag. And drain everything. So then, yeah, so you'll be able to see that this side, I can feel this side is very hot. So yeah, different tricks to do it. But after all, with the neck, it's all about also lifting all the weight from here, because these are all the weights that comes down to the neck. So you need to work upwards, here first and then down. Wearing skincare that avoids covering with makeup. Yes, that's why I'm not very good with makeup. Please, can you save this live so we can come back to it? Yes, I am going to save it. I should be, I don't know, maybe you'll contact Home House where they will be locating it. I might be able to put them on YouTube as well. Anyway, follow me at ada.ooi. That's my name. And the products product page is on at 001skincare.com. Okay, so I think that's almost it. Have a nice evening, everybody, and stay home still. Don't get too excited yet. I went up yesterday and I thought maybe we're getting a bit too excited, so let's keep the social distancing there. Okay, still the numbers in England is still quite high, I think. So, all right, see you everyone. Bye bye. Thank you.